Hey folks, Dr. Joe Esposito here. I am very happy that you're here. We're going to talk today about home remedies that really work. Because people come to me all the time and they say, Dr. Joe, what can I do for whatever the situation is? And sometimes you need medication, sometimes you need chiropractic, sometimes you need surgery, sometimes you need physical therapy. But there's a lot of things that you can do at home that you can utilize to help keep you and your family healthy. So we're going to touch on a lot of those fun things that I do, a lot of them too. And then we got some more to cover as well. But let me jump right into the home remedies because there's a lot to cover here. We only have, of course, limited amount of time. So no matter what you've heard, good or bad, doctors, pharmacists trying to say home remedies don't work, they do work. There are a lot of things that you can actually do that can help you. And in place of prescription and over-the-counter medications. Now, sometimes you need over-the-counter medications. Sometimes you need prescriptions. Sometimes you need injections. But these are things that you can do really on a day-to-day basis. A lot of the things we're going to talk about today are not just in a crisis mode, but also if you do them every day, you're being proactive when it comes to your health. Most of us are reactive when it comes to our health. We respond. I have a cold. What do I do about it? I got a sore back. What do I do about it? I got a headache. What do I do about it? Well, let's be a little more proactive to help slow down the aging process, keep us alive, save a ton of money on healthcare, and it's fun. That's the cool part about it. It's all fun here. So we're going to talk about things that you can do every day. You probably have a lot of these things around your house, and you can utilize them. And it's a fun topic. Everybody asks me about home remedies all the time. So, all right, I'm going to talk about peppermint to start. Now, in my garden, I don't know where it came from. I have two gardens. And in my garden, I have a peppermint growing. Well, if you plant a little bit of peppermint, you will have a lot of peppermint. Peppermint grows like a weed, and it grows underground, rhizomes. And so a peppermint plant will come up here, another one will come up over here, another will come over here. And that's because it's growing underground with these roots and then sprouting up peppermint. So I tear out some of it if it takes up some of my, place where I'm growing vegetables. But I let a lot of it grow because I like it. It smells great. And you can put it in your house. You can dry it. You can make tea with it. So mint has been used for hundreds, probably thousands of years. Now, mint oil might also help something called irritable bowel syndrome, but so can mint tea. That's when a long-term condition where you might get cramping, diarrhea, constipation. IBS is a generic catch-all phrase, kind of. It could be Crohn's disease, could be colitis. You could be having a reaction to wheat or dairy products. So peppermint can actually calm down your stomach. And I remember my grandmother, my German grandmother, giving me peppermint tea if I didn't feel good. So it's been around for a long time. And it might actually help with headaches as well. Now, again, there's always more studies needed, and can we prove it? But people use the leaf as tea. But you can grow your own, even if you just have a pot outside, a little, a balcony or something like that. Peppermint grows great, has a wonderful fragrance to it. And you can utilize it, and then in the winter it dies off, and you grow it again. It just pops back up again. You don't have to replant it. But peppermint's kind of fun, and you can use it in certain dishes as well, in certain foods. You can put it in your salad. Gives a nice little flavor to the salad. It gives you fresh breath. So there's a lot of benefits to peppermint. So make a tea, use an oil. I don't know how to extract the oil personally, but you can, buy the oils. So peppermint might be something to have around. And here's the thing. Everything we're going to teach you today is harmless. Unless you do excessive amounts, like we'll talk about some things. But the physician's creed is above all, do no harm. And sometimes I've known a few doctors that are really good at what they do, and I've known other doctors that I guess never read that creed. And the things I teach you are really harmless. There's no damage to adding these to your lifestyle. Honey. Now, I get this question a lot about honey. In fact, I was visiting relatives in New York a couple of days ago, and the question came up, of course, I'm vegan, and they said, what about honey? So honey, natural sweetener, it works well for coughs. There's been a lot of studies out there of people with coughs. You can do a honey, and it can help soothe a cough. Be careful that you never give it to a child under the age of 1. It has a toxin in it that can make a baby sick. Now, as you get older, you're able to process it a little better, but don't ever give honey under the age of 1. It's very small risk, but it can cause poisoning to the child, and of course, we don't want to do that. And local honey, you've heard local honey is supposed to help with sinus problems and allergies. Maybe. I've never seen any studies that it really truly works, some double-blind studies, some scientific studies, but people have said use honey. I have one of my patients that has bees, and she says one of the things that she makes honey, well, the bees make honey, and one of the things she said is that people will respond positively and say, oh, it really helps my allergy. So there's really not any harm in there. If you are concerned about, the taking food from the bees, well, don't eat it. But we're talking just from a healthcare standpoint here. Now, many times people say, well, honey's okay, but I'm going to do the natural sweetener. I'm not going to take honey away from bees. I'm going to use something called agave nectar. Not a good idea. Fructose is a sugar, and it's found in fruit, and it's found in other things. And fructose has to be converted into something called glucose for your body to utilize it as fuel. Body can't use fructose. It has to be converted into glucose. So, excuse me. So what happens is when fructose converts into glucose, if you take too much of it, it creates something called uric acid. Now, uric acid gets in your joints, and it hurts. So if you're putting uric acid in your joints, it hurts. And you might associate uric acid with gout because uric acid builds up, and that's what causes gout. But uric acid can get any of your joints and cause pain. Now, I'm board certified in chiropractic, orthopedics, pain management, and double board certified in nutrition. So we see a lot of pain patients. And we have a lot of pain patients that have failed. They have failed low back surgery syndrome. They've tried injections. They've tried physical therapy. They've tried other things, and they say nothing's working. And then a lot of times doctors will dump them in my lap and say, we give up. We don't know what to do. Here, Joe, see what you can do with them. And in many cases, we get great results. So we do, of course, we start with chiropractic care, the basics. And we always do a nutrition evaluation on all our patients. And the reason we do that is because we want to get the best results possible. I was having a meeting with an attorney the other day about car accident cases. And the question, of course, comes up is like, why should I refer my patients to you when I can refer them to other doctors? What makes you better? And I say, I teach auto accident cases to attorneys, doctors, lawyers, physicians, physical therapists for continuing education. I teach how to manage the auto accident case called a personal injury case. And I said, also, we do a nutrition evaluation on all our patients, even auto accident cases. It's included as treatment. We don't charge extra for it because I want to get the patient well as quickly as possible. And if it means that we want to have them cut out certain foods that are inflammatory, that may be making the pain worse, let's do it. And she was very impressed. She says, I didn't realize that. I've never heard anybody do that before. I said, I don't think anybody in the world is doing it except us. So we want to add nutrition to all our protocols because what you eat has a direct bearing on how well you feel and how quickly you're able to heal. So that's why we do that with everyone. And if you're doing things like agave nectar, let's say high fructose corn syrup. That's bad, right? I hope you know that. High fructose corn syrup is 55% fructose. Agave nectar is 85 to 90% fructose. Loaded with fructose. Fructose converts into uric acid. Uric acid gets in your joints and it hurts. So if I'm giving the person the best chiropractic care available, or they're getting the best medical care available, or physical therapy care available, or surgery available, and they keep doing things that are causing inflammation in their body, or uric acid buildup in this case, they're not going to get the results that they want. I can't make that any clearer. You got to help us when you become a patient if your goal is to achieve the best results possible. If your goal is not to achieve the best results possible, then you don't have to help us. Let us do what we do, and you'll get some pretty good results. But if you help us and we coach you on what to do, you're probably going to get much better results. And one of the things we talk about is fructose converting into uric acid. Uric acid prevents the body from properly producing something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide opens up your blood vessels. It increases circulation. Nitric oxide is amazing. It's our third most popular supplement. Super Greens and Essential Source are the two most popular supplements we have. And my feeling is everybody should be taking Super Greens and Essential Source every day. I ran into somebody I was having some tea the other day, and a couple were there, and they were like, oh my God, you're Dr. Joe, and they were all excited. And they said, my kids take it. I said, what a great way to get super high concentration of nutrients into the kids. Just warmed my heart to hear that. So Super Greens and Essential Source, they're on the website, drjoe.com, DRJOE. You can pick them up in our offices. We have offices in Marietta, Duluth, Stockbridge, and West Cobb. That'll save you some shipping costs. And we have all the supplements in all the offices. So you can pick them up. We can ship them to you. But if you're not going to do anything else, please at least Super Greens and Essential Source. Nitric oxide is our third most popular supplement. I love it. It gives me tons of energy. It helps my brain function better. It's great for romance. We're going to talk about that in a second. Home remedies that really work. Romance is actually one of them. So it helps with romance for men and women. It helps brain function. It helps circulation, energy levels. Don't take it if you have low blood pressure. Had a friend of mine the other day, and he had surgery. And he had low blood pressure after the surgery. And he was taking nitric oxide to try to get more energy because he was so tired. And I said, no. Now's the time not to take nitric oxide because your blood pressure is too low. Let's get your blood pressure balanced out again. Then you could take it again. So he stopped taking it. He felt better. So that's the only time I wouldn't recommend nitric oxide. I can't take it afternoon. If it's afternoon, I can't get to sleep at night. I get so much energy. So I have to take it in the morning. I take 2 in the morning, and then if I need a little boost, I'll take another 2 around 11 or 12. Some people can take it at night and go to sleep. I can't. So it's up to you how you take it. You can take up to 4 a day, so you can kind of build up and find out what your tolerance is. Home remedies that really work. Well, Supergreen's an essential source, and nitric oxide is some. Turmeric. Turmeric is amazing. And the more I study it, the more blown away I am. In fact, I may do a whole show on turmeric. It's that powerful. It's been hyped to help things like arthritis, fatty liver. Again, early research, but no downsides. And that's what I like about a lot of these home remedies. There's really not a downside. It's only upsides. Some people say it helps ulcers, skin rashes. People if they're exposed to radiation, they say it helps real well that because it fights free radicals. Again, more research might be needed in that area. Don't overdo it. If you take too much, you might get a little upset stomach. That's about the downside of it. On the website, drjoe.com, we have a turmeric supplement. I take 2 a day, just as a prophylactic measure. It's anti-inflammatory, helps my brain work better. It's loaded with nutrients. It's really a fun thing that you can add to your dietary protocol. You can grow your own. We talked about peppermint, mint growing. I also have turmeric growing in my backyard. In fact, it grows the same way, underground and pops up little sprouts. I had some old turmeric and I threw it in my garden as compost. And it started growing, and I had to dig it up out of my garden because it was taking over the garden. I moved it around. I have a stream in my backyard. I moved it around a stream. I moved it around a pile of wood chips I have. And it's so pretty. Big, beautiful leaves, beautiful flowers. And if you need some, when I do, I just go out, pull some up, and use it in a recipe. But I take the supplements every day. But you can grind it up, put it in tea if you want to. You can make something called, golden tea, I think it's called, golden milk. And it's turmeric with like a coconut milk or almond milk mixed together and a little bit of stevia. So turmeric is awesome. And that's why I have it in the Dr. Joe's line of supplements, because it's so versatile and it does so many different things. And it's part of a pain management protocol, because every patient that comes in, we put on a pain management protocol. Ginger. I haven't grown ginger yet. I probably need to grow ginger next. Used for thousands of years in Asian medicine. Helps with stomach aches, diarrhea, nausea, upset stomach, vomiting, morning sickness, travel sickness, if you have motion sickness. Some evidence that it can help menstrual cramps too, but any type of muscle cramps, really. It's not necessarily good for everybody. Some people get a tummy ache or heartburn or diarrhea. If that's the case, just cut back on your dose. Because people ask me it all the time too. Well, Dr. Joe, what do I do if I don't like what I'm doing? Cut back on the dose and see what happens. You don't have to do it. These are just home remedies that work. What I do with ginger, I get organic ginger. I have a glove that you can use a peeler with, a potato peeler, and you won't, peel your fingers off. That was a gift a while ago, and I just love it. So I peel the ginger a little bit. I put it in a food processor, covered about 1/3 with organic lemon juice. You can buy the bottled lemon juice. And I puree the heck out of it. Break up all the strings and fibers in there. And what's left then is a puree. And I take that puree and I pour it in an ice cube tray and I freeze it. So now I have these ice cubes of ginger. And in the morning, especially in the winter, I'll have a ginger tea. Ice cube, hot water, little stevia. Amazing. Gives you energy. It's an aphrodisiac, so be careful. I don't want to get blamed for anything. Anti-inflammatory, helps with digestion. So there's no downside there either. And you made your own tea. And it's less expensive than actually buying a lot of teas. So that's kind of cool too. I promised you one of the home remedies is going to be romance. Well, not tonight, dear, may not be a good excuse. Because it turns out that romance can ease the pain of certain types of headaches, especially migraines. It's also been shown to improve heart health, ease stress, boost alertness, helps relax you, put you to sleep. It kicks in what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, there's 2 types of nerves in the body. Sympathetic nerves speed you up. Parasympathetic nerves slow you down. Romance is a parasympathetic function. Sleep, going to the bathroom, meditation. These are parasympathetic functions. Sympathetic functions. Housework, running, working out, doing a show like this keeps me in the sympathetic mode, keeps my energy high. So you want to switch to the parasympathetic so the body can heal. It rests. And so switching to the parasympathetic mode is one way to kick it in, so to speak, is with romance. Kind of cool. Another thing you can do is put a hot pack, moist hot pack, and lay it over your abdomen. The heat will stimulate what's called the enteric nervous system. Probably never heard that word before. The enteric nervous system, which is run by the parasympathetic nervous system, and that can calm you down. Neat trick to use when babies won't go to sleep, or you won't go to sleep. You can put a moist hot pack across their belly, kicks into parasympathetics, off they go. Little parenting tip there for you from me to you. So we're talking today about home remedies that really work. And so hot packs you can use in some certain times, but not all the time. If you have a new injury, I sprained my ankle, I lift something, and my back hurts that day, do not use heat. Heat increases the circulation, which is increasing the inflammation, which actually makes the problem worse. And I've had people, usually on Mondays, they come into the offices and they're in pain. What did you do? I didn't do anything. I raked a few leaves. I lifted a box. Really? What'd you do after that? I put heat on it. I put the heating pad on for hours. I fell asleep with the heating pad on it. Heat is not for what we call an acute or initial injury. Heat is great for chronic injuries, relaxation. But when it comes to joint pain, ice is always safe. Heat is not always safe. So that's why if you have pain, neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, I recommend ice, not heat. Now, if you do have neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, and you put some ice on it, it goes away and doesn't come back, home remedy solved the problem. What if the home remedy doesn't work? What if you have chronic neck pain or back pain or shoulder pain, you're in a car accident, a sports injury, you tried the ice, you wake up the next day, it's still in pain, maybe the next day still in pain, come see us. We have offices in Marietta, Duluth, Stockbridge, and West Cobb, Atlanta area, and we get amazing results in most cases when it comes to pain. Chiropractic is the most effective, least expensive treatment for back pain. Why wouldn't you go with the most effective, least expensive anything? If there was a way to paint my walls in my bedroom and it was the most effective, least expensive way with less work, I would use that paint. But for some reason, people still jump to the end game. They go, maybe let's go get injections. Let's look at a surgeon. May not be your best choice, in my opinion. Now, if somebody has a case that we have to co-manage with a surgeon or a physical therapist or a physiatrist or podiatrist, I'm happy to co-manage the case with the doctors. And we have a referral list of doctors that we use. And we know that if I'm going to refer to this doctor, we're going to work together for the benefit of you, the patient. So if you'd like to make an appointment, we have, again, offices Marietta, Duluth, Stockbridge, and West Cobb. You can go to our website, drjoe.com, drjoe.com, book an appointment. Stop suffering needlessly. Don't wait. Oh, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's 4th of July, my kid's birthday's coming up. The longer you wait, usually the harder it is to fix a problem. So every day that goes by usually makes the problem a little harder to fix. So if you want to make an appointment, drjoe.com. Can't make promises or guarantees, of course, but I've been in practice almost 38 years. We're getting really good at it. So drjoe.com, make an appointment right there. We accept almost every insurance known to man. There's one or two that we don't, and the only reason we don't is because it's not worth us taking it. And usually it's cheaper for you to not use your insurance in some cases because the copays are ridiculous. Stupid, some of the stuff they do. So drjoe.com, if you've ever been in a car accident, if the car was damaged, you were damaged. You need to come see us right away. drjoe.com. Another home remedy is garlic. I'm Italian. My Italian grandmother taught me this. Garlic has antibiotic, antiviral, and antibacterial properties. One of the few things in the world that actually has that. Now, we have a formula on the website, drjoe.com. It's called Seasonal Tonic. Now, Seasonal Tonic is made with ginger, horseradish, cayenne pepper, onion, and garlic, and it's pureed in an apple cider vinegar. It's very strong. In fact, talking about it's making me salivate. But if I feel something coming on, if I feel an infection coming on, sinus issues, I'll take, it says a tablespoon, you take a swig of it, and you can take it every hour if you want to, because it's only food. And many times I've cut off anything from going more than just a little sniff or a little itch or something like that. Sore throats work real well, I find. It's not a cure, but many times it helps the body fight it off. We have the companion to seasonal tonic, and it's called Wellness Booster. Wellness Booster I take every day. Wellness Booster helps stimulate my immune system. It's ginger, it's echinacea, pau d'arco, olive leaf extract, and suma root. And that helps stimulate my immune system to keep me healthy. So vitamin D, Wellness Booster, seasonal tonic are part of my protocol that I take every day to keep my body healthy. And it's been a long time since I've been sick. So and it works really well. And people tell me all the time, oh my gosh, because we ran out of seasonal tonic for a while and people are like mad at me. You ran out of seasonal tonic. Oh my gosh, I'm traveling. I have to have it with me. So it's pretty cool. Not a cure. This is what I do. So, and it's all on the website, drjoe.com. And again, the minimum supplements are what? Super Greens, an essential source, vitamin D, critical. And when it comes to immunity, I add the seasonal tonic and the Wellness Booster. I'll add glutathione as well. That helps my liver and my immune system. You can do probiotics. So there's many different things you can do and find out what you like best. I give you options. Years ago, a woman told me that. She goes, Joe, women like options. So for men and women, we have options on the website, drjoe.com. But garlic is amazing. I grow it in my garden as well. Helps keep bugs away. My grandfather taught me that. And then when I need it, I just go out to the garden. Even in the winter, just pull up some garlic and use it. Cinnamon, another home remedy that's pretty cool. When I make my ginger tea, many times I'll throw a teaspoon or two of cinnamon in there. Now, cinnamon can help control blood sugar and can help curb your appetite. Cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar so you don't get that craving. So, Ceylon, C-E-Y, I guess that's how you say it, C-E-Y-L-O-N. That's the one I like to use. Throw it in your food. You can throw it in oatmeal. You can throw it in, like I said, Super Greens, an essential source. When you mix up your Super Greens essential source, throw a little cinnamon in there. Pretty cool. Really good for folks if you have diabetes or prediabetes, can help stabilize that blood sugar again. And it tastes great. If nothing else, I enjoy it. So cinnamon might be something you could add as a home remedy as well. And that's what we're talking about today, home remedies. And when home remedies don't work, then you can come see us. Because my doctors are all handpicked by me, they're trained by me, and they're my personal doctors. And so I consider it some of the best healthcare in the world, and that's my opinion, because I'm a patient. And I don't want to go to anything but the best. My grandfather always taught me, always buy the best. It's always cheaper. I was shopping with a friend of mine, and she was buying some scrubs the other day. And I said, Grandpa always taught me, always buy the best. It's always cheaper. And so she did. She got a little higher quality, and it's probably going to wear a lot better. You know, she's young. She's only 17, and she was. It's one of her first jobs. And I said, buy the quality. I want to teach her. Always buy the quality. It's going to last longer, and you're going to be more comfortable in it too. So, and same thing with chiropractic care. I don't want discount chiropractic. I don't want discount surgery. I don't want discount supplements, because in the long run, it's not going to pay off. Some things you can buy at the stores that charge $1. Some things you shouldn't. Healthcare is not one of them you should buy. So again, if you do want to make an appointment, drjoe.com. Now, oh gosh, we're almost out of time. Can't believe that. Holy cow. All right, folks, if you have any questions, I got a lot more to cover. Send them to me through the website, drjoe.com, and me or Joe, my assistant, will answer them for you. If you're a podcast junkie, go to your podcast service and look up Dr. Joe for the Health of It, DRJOE, for the Health of It. And we have tons of podcasts there. On our website alone, we have over 2,000 hours of audio and video podcasts. So if you like what you're hearing, we've got 2,000 hours for you. And type in what you're looking for in the search bar. Type in pain or whatever, digestion and chiropractic. And we've done shows probably on almost everything you're looking for. Usually the first visit with us is $720. We've reduced that to $299. Exam, x-rays, consultation, first adjustment, going over the x-rays, and a complete nutrition evaluation. And we accept insurance for visits after that, too. So book your appointment right now, drjoe.com. I'm Dr. Joe Esposito. Don't forget to tell your friends about the show.